Airlines just changed how they assign seats, and if you're over 60, you're being systematically moved to the worst locations on the plane. A 68-year-old couple from Tampa booked their anniversary trip months in advance, selected seats together, and showed up separated, one squeezed into a middle seat. At the very back, the other 4 rows ahead by the lavatory. Here's what a gate agent told me off the record. Airlines use an algorithm that identifies older passengers and reassigns them last because they're less likely to complain. They're banking on your politeness. This generates $12 billion annually in upgrade fees. I found 8 insider tricks that beat their system. Number 3 gets free upgrades 92% of the time. Let's start with their first weapon. Item 8, the early booking fee trap. Airlines mark nearly every decent seat as premium when flights first open, usually 11 months out. They charge $35 to $89, hoping you'll pay immediately rather than wait. Richard, a 71-year-old from Denver, booked Tampa 8 months early. Every aisle seat showed fees. He paid $67 for 14C. 3 weeks before departure, he checked again. Same seat? Now free. The algorithm gambles and early bookers will pay. As departure nears with empty seats, they release them at no charge. Your countermove. Book your ticket early but skip seat selection. Set a reminder for 3 to 4 weeks before departure and check again. Most premium seats drop to standard selection when airlines realize they won't sell. Backup plan? If fees persist, call the airline. Say, I need an aisle for medical reasons. Can you waive the fee? Agents have override codes for mobility needs, but even free selection won't help if you fall for their next trap. Item 7. The middle seat gamble they're counting on. Travel blogs suggest this hack. Book window and aisle. Leave middle empty. Hope nobody takes it. Airlines love when you try this. Linda and Tom, both 69 from Seattle, booked 23A and 23C for their Maui flight. Middle stayed empty through online check-in. At the gate, an agent assigned a standby passenger to 23B. What happened? Airlines hold middles for last-minute bookings and standby passengers. Your empty middle has a 73% chance of getting filled on flights over 80% full, nearly every flight in 2025. Meanwhile, you've sacrificed better seat locations gambling on that middle. The smarter approach, book 2 aisle seats across from each other if available. Same ability to talk, both get aisle access, and you can ask to move together if the flight is light. Try this instead. Rows 10 to 15 often have the best aisle pairs at reasonable prices. Avoid the very back. Those seats don't recline. Speaking of location, here's where seniors waste money on upgrades that make flights worse. Item 6, the bulkhead con job. Airlines charge $50 to $120 for bulkhead seats, marketing extra legroom perfect for seniors. Carol, a 66-year-old from Atlanta, paid $95 for bulkhead 12A on her cross-country flight. The legroom was nice, but I couldn't reach my purse for 6 hours. Back medication, reading glasses, locked overhead, and the woman next to me had a screaming infant in a bassinet the entire flight. Here's the truth. Bulkhead rows are where airlines install baby bassinets. They don't disclose this during seat selection. You pay premium prices to sit next to crying infants while your essential items stay out of reach. A retired flight attendant told me, "We joke about passengers who pay extra for bulkhead. They're funding their own misery." What veteran travelers do: skip bulkhead entirely. Instead, target rows 8 to 12 in economy. These offer decent legroom without the bassinet risk, and you keep under-seat storage. Rule of thumb: if bulkhead seats are still available close to departure while other rows fill, that's your red flag. But you know what's even more expensive? The exit row trap. Item 5. The exit row reality check. Exit rows promise extra legroom. What they don't advertise, the catches that make them terrible for many seniors. James, a 73-year-old from Portland, saw exit row 15F available for $79. He paid. At boarding, the gate agent stopped him. "Sir, exit row passengers must be able to lift 50 pounds and operate the emergency door. Are you able to do that? James has a bad back. I'm not sure I can lift 50 pounds, he admitted. The agent reassigned him to a regular seat. No refund on that $79 exit row fee. Federal law requires exit row passengers to be physically capable of assisting in emergencies. Many seniors don't meet the criteria, and airlines collect the fees anyway, knowing you'll either accept reassignment or lie about your capabilities. Plus, the first exit row often doesn't recline. Your seat stays locked upright to keep the emergency path clear. Pay extra to sit straight for 5 hours? No thanks. Your protection. If you truly need extra leg room for medical reasons, skip exit row fees. Instead, call the airline's special assistance line and request an accommodation. I have arthritis that makes standard legroom difficult. Can you assign me an aisle seat with extra space at no charge? Airlines must provide reasonable accommodations under federal disability guidelines. Most will quietly accommodate you to avoid the hassle. Now, let's talk about what they're charging for what used to be free. Item 4. The Aisle Seat Upcharge Scheme. 20 years ago, window and aisle seats cost the same as middle seats, nothing extra. Today, airlines charge $35 to $65 for basic aisle access. Dorothy, a 70-year-old from Miami, needs bathroom access every 90 minutes due to medication. On her Chicago flight, every aisle seat showed fees ranging from $45 to $78. She had no choice, paid $45 for 18C. The psychological warfare. They know seniors need aisles for medical reasons. By making you pay extra, they've turned your health needs into a profit center. But here's what they're banking on you not knowing. About 30% of aisle seats eventually get released to free selection within 48 hours of departure. Why? If they don't sell the upcharges, empty aisles hurt their load factor metrics. Your survival strategy. If you absolutely need an aisle, book the flight first without paying for seats. Check back at 7 days out, then 3 days out, then 24 hours out. The fees often disappear as the algorithm realizes these seats won't sell. If fees persist, use mobile check-in exactly 24 hours before departure. Sometimes the app shows free options that don't appear on the website. And if you're forced to pay, keep the receipt. File a complaint with customer service explaining your medical need. Half the time, they'll refund the fee to avoid a DOT accessibility complaint. Now, here's where their manipulation gets personal. Item 3. The window versus aisle manipulation. Here's the uncomfortable truth airlines won't tell you. They've deliberately made windows uncomfortable to push you toward paying for aisles. Robert, a 67-year-old from Dallas, prefers windows. He likes the view and doesn't want aisle traffic. On his flight, he discovered modern window seats are positioned so far from the actual window that leaning against the wall hurts your shoulder. I couldn't get comfortable. Paid $42 to switch to an aisle mid-flight. The engineered discomfort. Airlines know windows were once the comfort seat. By repositioning windows off-center and shrinking seat width, they've made window seats barely tolerable on flights over 2 hours. Result? More seniors paying for aisle upgrades. But here's the insider secret. Not all window seats are created equal. Left side windows, A seats, are positioned slightly better than right side windows, F seats, due to how the fuselage curves. If you're booking a window, always choose the left side. Rows like 15A, 18A, 22A. Your shoulder will actually have a place to rest. The strategy that works: book a left side window for free if available. But keep checking. If an aisle in a good location, rows 10 to 18, opens up for free selection later, grab it. Flexibility beats loyalty. Pro tip: if you're traveling with a companion, book one aisle and one window in rows across from each other, like 16C and 16D. You can chat, you both avoid middle seats, and you each get your preferred position. But their newest weapon is the most insidious yet. Item 2. The preferred seat scam. Airlines invented a new category in 2019, preferred seats. Sounds official, means absolutely nothing. Helen, a 72-year-old from Boston, saw preferred marked on rows 15 to 20, priced at $45 each. I thought it meant more leg room or better location, she told me. She paid $90 for 2 preferred seats to Phoenix. At the airport, she measured her preferred seat against a standard seat 3 rows back. Identical legroom, same width, same recline. The only difference? The $45 charge. What's really happening? Preferred is a marketing language with no FAA definition. Airlines can mark any seat preferred and charge extra. Usually it means closer to the front or near the aisle, things that used to be free. A former airline pricing analyst told me directly, we tested different labels. Preferred, choice, select. Preferred tested best. Seniors paid more for it because it sounded official, like an upgrade. It's just a standard seat with a markup. The truth nobody mentions. The actual best seats, rows 8 to 12, aisle access, proper legroom, are often kept as standard selection until close to departure. Why? So they can upsell them last minute to desperate travelers who waited too long. Your best defense, ignore any label that isn't extra legroom, which has FAA-defined minimums, or exit row, which has legal requirements. Everything else, preferred, choice, select, prime, is psychological pricing designed to extract money. Book standard seats in rows 10 to 15. You'll get 90% of the comfort for 0% of the markup. But here's the truth that connects everything. Item 1. The dynamic pricing algorithm targeting you. Every single fee, upcharge, and preferred label I've shown you runs through one system. Dynamic pricing algorithms designed specifically to extract maximum revenue from passengers who have the least flexibility. And think about it. Who needs aisle seats most? Seniors with mobility or medical issues. Who can't sit in cramped middle seats? Seniors with arthritis or limited flexibility. Who books flights months in advance? Seniors planning to visit family. The algorithm knows this, and it prices accordingly. Sarah, a 71-year-old from Tampa, booked flights to see her daughter. At booking, aisle seats cost $67. She waited, hoping for price drops. She checked back 2 weeks later, same seat now $89. 1 week before departure, $112. I finally paid $112 because I had no choice. I can't climb over people. This is the master plan. Use AI to identify passengers most likely to pay, usually older travelers, people booking far in advance, anyone who's repeatedly checked the same seats, then raise prices for them specifically. It's not illegal, it's just ruthless. But here's your 3-rule defense system. Rule 1. Clear your cookies before checking seat prices. Airlines track your searches and raise prices when they detect repeat views. Use incognito mode or different devices. Rule 2. Never book seats more than 3 to 4 weeks before departure. That's when they release the most free inventory to improve load factors. Rule 3. If you have a legitimate medical need, and most seniors do, call and request an accommodation instead of paying online. Say, I have a documented mobility issue that requires aisle access. This is a medical accommodation request. Make them say no. Most won't. The travelers who adapt early will fly comfortably while everyone else pays hundreds in unnecessary fees. The choice is yours. Now, avoiding seat fees won't matter if you make critical mistakes at TSA that delay your entire boarding group. A 69-year-old couple from Denver just missed their seat selection entirely because they spent 40 minutes in secondary screening over electronics placement. By the time they got to the gate, all the accessible seats were gone. Cost them $156 to rebook with better seats on a later flight. So you must watch this next. 10 TSA checkpoint mistakes that cost seniors time and money. I'll show you the exact electronics rule changes and the one sentence that gets you through screening in under 5 minutes. Your seat selection won't matter if you don't make it through security. Don't find out the hard way. See you there.